Hello everyone, myself Ashish Desai, Assistant Professor Mechanical Department. Today we are going to discuss here the product design engineering. So first of all we look at the learning objective. So first learning objective is to understand the development of various stages of product design. Second learning objective is to know the various technologies involved in a product design and development. So after this session some learning outcome is there. So first learning outcome is the student will able to explain the various phases of product development process. Then second learning outcome is the student will able to aware about new technologies for product development process. So first of all, we look at the product design definition. So product design describes the process of imagining, creating and iterating the products and addressing the specific needs in a given market. So for that purpose, we have go for design thinking process. So first of all, emphasis with people. That means we can interact with people. Then we can second phase for that define a problem. So defining the problem, then we go for ideate the solution. So we can take different alternative solutions, and then we can selecting the alternative solution. From that, we can take a build a prototype, and after the testing of this prototype, we will finalize open product, and then we can launch into the market. So this is nothing but overall about the product design. Now we move for next slide, that is product design analysis. So in that case, as we know that different factors is impacting to the product design. So first is the cost. So whenever the reasonable cost is there, then and then only the customer is allowed to purchase this component. So this factor is important one. Then second factor, that is aesthetic. So while designing a product, to look a product and appeal to the possible buyers. The next point is material. So different material available with market, but as per our requirement we can select uh, as we considering the factor of cost, and as we consider cost of that environmental factors also. Then next phase or next parameter is the production. So production is nothing but we can convert the raw material into finished product. So for that purpose we require the resources. So for that purpose we can take a planning, that is nothing but production system. The next function. So function the is nothing but what is a product designed to be do. So that type of function we can carry it over here. Then ergonomics. Ergonomics is nothing but we can say that it is compatible with to the human. So that is nothing but we can suit the human use. The next factor is environmental concerns. So as you know that nowadays the concept of design for environment is there. So the component or can say the product will be can eco-friendly with the planets. The next durability, so it can how long lasting is there, so you can check it out by different testing methods. Then safety, so designing the product system we can that factor also we can take in, that is safety factor. The next factor, that is the cost. So here overall cost is depending on this phases also. So this is related with a product design analysis. Now we'll discuss the stages involved in the product development process. So first is the nothing but idea generation. So this is the flow chart or can say path chart over here. So first is the idea generation. It is nothing but come with an idea. So it is come with idea from different resources. First is the internal stakeholder and second is the external stakeholder. Internal stakeholder involves the R&D department, marketing staff department, quality and assurance department, or can say manufacturing sections. So these are the involved in a environment internal stakeholders for generating the ideas. The next stakeholder is a customer, distributor, supplier, or can say the custom that competitor has some mistakes, so they can identify and then make a convert into the ideas, and then we can go for feasibility study. So after selecting the different solution for this idea, we can go to the feasibility study. So in feasibility study, it involves the technical feasibility study, then economical study. So likewise, we can take the feasibility study, and then we go for marketing strategy. So in that content, we are to planning for uh, product, price, place, and promotions. And then we move for the design and development phase. So here we have to decide the different factors like limitations, tolerances, then shape. So according to our planning, we can design over here, and finalizing the this component we give for prototyping. So prototype means what? We can create a product, and then we can taking for testing, and then we launch into the market. So after the launching, the customer will give the idea about this, or can say feedback about this, and then we can continuously improving this component. Then and then only the we will sustain in a product life cycle. So this is related with a product development process. Now next slide is for product development decision channel. So in that concept, first of all we discuss here idea generations. So as we know that different idea generation resources there. So after that we have to conceptualize for the different ideas, and then we take feasible study. So here the for concept selection, first of all we select the concepts here. So different selection criteria is there. So criteria like shape, size, color, then volume, then weight. So here we can write on a selection criteria. Then we are concepts, concept A, B, C, D. So first concept, second concept, third concept, and fourth concept. So here mentioning the matrix. Then here that is the reference concept. So in reference concept, if it is available with market or competitors, then we can take value. Then for selection purpose, we can take put the positive if it impact of this criteria for concept 1 is positive or negative, we can take negative. If it is negative impact, for positive impact we can take positive, and if it is null effect is there, then we can write 0. So first criteria we can see here for concept A, it is negative impact, so that's why minus sign is there. For second criteria it is positive, so likewise we can write here, and if it is null effect is there, you can write 0. Then we can count for positive sign, negative sign, and then total net score. So likewise we can achieve for concept B, concept C, and concept D. And in that case, or you can see in that matrix, their concept A, concept B, and concept C will be selected, or you can say consider over here, but concept D is neglected. So this is regarding the concept selection. Now we will enter into the feasible study. So as we know that feasible studies involves the marketing analysis, technical analysis, financial analysis, then last one is the economic and environmental analysis. So this type of carry that evaluation in a feasibility study. So in marketing analysis, we analyze the customer, then we can decide the demand pattern, then again we can go for competition analysis, then nothing but technical analysis. So in that cases, we can select the product and process selections over here as per the requirement of the product. Then it can matches to the existing product. You can check it over here, and then capacity needs and process improvement. So here we can carry it as per technical base. Then financial analysis. First of all, we see the ROI, that is return on investment. Then that is product probability. So we can see here the next economic and environmental analysis. So what impact of environmental sides? So we can check over here, that is effect like environment and pollutions. Then social that social economic problems we can so solve here. So this type of analysis we have carried in a feasibility study. Now if it is okay, then we go for preliminary design. So in preliminary design, as we know that we are deciding the different factors, that is shape, size, then volume, weight, then tolerances, limitations. So likewise we can decide over here, and then we can go for process planning. So here we can select the process which how it carried, that is primary or secondary process we required over. As per that we can plan over here, then according to that we can cost planning done by financial methods, and then if it is design is okay, then it is go to the prototype. So it forming a prototype, and as per we know that different method is available for testing. Then test it, and then we get then if it is okay, then it go for final selections. Otherwise it no okay, then again reback into the return to the original position. So after finalizing, if it is finalized and design is there, then we can go for commercial production. So this is regarding the product development decision channel. The next we will discuss here the effective product design process. So how you can identify? So these are the some bullet points is there. So here matches the product characteristics with customer need. So this is effective. Then we can say that effective design process is there. It meets the customer requirements, then reduces the time to market. So that is nothing but development time. uh, the next minimizing revisions. So if it is maximum effective is there, so that time less revisions is there. So this kind of uh, requirement is there for effective design process. Now next is important term, that is technologies for product. So first of all we look at for reverse engineering. It is nothing but duplicating of product, or you can say that whole assembly. So for that purpose we can study different parts, and then we can modify the existing product, and this is nothing but a reverse engineering. The next phase is design for manufacturing. So in that content, reducing the manufacturing cost. So it is done by different methods for minimizing the part, then integrating the parts, then multifunctional parts, or can say multi-use of parts. So likewise we can plan over here, that is nothing but design for manufacturing. The next, design for assembly. So if it is easy to assess for the customer for assembling purpose, then it is okay for repairing or you can say maintenance purpose. So this is also important over here, design for assembly. So here we can if it is we can reduce the assembling time, so automatically reducing the assembling cost also. The next, that is design for recycling. So waste material we can recycle by different way and forming a new product, that is called as design for recycling. So as you know that design for environment, like that we can formulate for the design for recycling. Then next, remanufacturing. Particular part cleaner to get required and reassembler to be used again. So this is regarding the remanufacturing. The next, there is a design for disassembly. If the product uh, is less part, then uh, it can easily disassemble, and it is easy for maintenance purpose also. So this is regarding the design for disassembly. The next, robust design. So in that we have this, we will study the optimization parameter factors. So the optimization of different features like material, then shape, sizes, we can optimize it by this robust design. So next, that is modular design. In modular design we can divide the number of uh, parts, or can say into a sub assemblies, and then we manufacturing the product. So this will help to inspecting and then maintenance purpose. So for example, we know that the furniture design, so nowadays the furniture design is converted into modular design. So in that case we can take example of sofa come bed. So it is used for both the ways, and you can uh, convert into number of parts, a number of sub assemblies joining in one a. So that is the modular design. The next part is the concurrent engineering. So in concurrent engineering involves R&D department, then customer marketing research, then Q&A, that is public, and quality assurance committee. So all these team efforts convert into the reasonable product. So this is nothing but concurrent engineering. So these technologies are evolved in a nowadays into the market. So Next part is the CADCAM CE. That is the CADCAM CE. How it helps actually for product design. So for product design, in previous years or can say previous days, the product will be developed by manual way or can say manual drawing. But nowadays we can use the software that is CAD. So CAD softwares we convert into 3D modeling and 2D drawings, and then this is will be saved in a particular format. And if you requirement from the customer, you can change in that directly drawings. So this will be major impact. It is in a CAD. So that's why it is important factor for the computer aided design. The next factor that is computer aided manufacturing. So computer aided manufacturing nothing but the product, if it is product have a complex one, so that time it requires a tool path for cutting purpose or can say manufacturing the component. So that time we can use CAM softwares. So CAM software is like fusion CAM, like this we can use over here, and then we can formulate the shortest path for the CAM, and then we implement into the CNC, and then you form the actual product. So this is regarding the CAM. But in olden days, the we can say that product, it is complex one. So that time complex geometry with complex problem is complex program is there. So this evolves maximum time. So this solved by the CAM. The next CAE. So nowadays the selecting the components we can analyze in a software base, and then we can validating with the existing product matters. So this is regarding the CAD, that is CAE. So in CAE we can revolves in a flow channels mechanisms, then different analysis we can done over here. The next part is a rapid prototyping. So as we know that rapid prototyping is we can formulate the product, that is nothing but 3D printer. So this is the regarding the CAD CAM CAE, that is we can help this with the help of this CAD CAM CAE, we can formulate a new product to the market. The next different tools regarding the CAD/CAM CAE. So first part, that is CAD. So in a CAD there are different softwares available with us like Unigraphics, CATIA, Ideas, then Fusion 60. So likewise the software is available in the for CAD. So in CAD purpose we can draw the figure and or complex geometry, and we can save for long period of time. That is regarding the CAD. The next CAM, we can generate a shortest toolpath for uh, CNC machine or VNC machine. So for the purpose we require number of softwares, that is CATIA, will decide, then Fusion 360. The next, that is part for CAE. So here we can analyze the that flow channels or can say flow analysis, then structural analysis we can carry in a CAE. So there are different softwares, ANSYS, ANSA, then Hypermesh, Ideas, Adams, Nastran. The next part is PLM, that is product lifecycle management. So that is product lifecycle management is reducing the wastage of material and improve the efficiency of the product by different softwares. So these are the softwares. Nowadays the ERP and MES technologies is evolved in that matter. So this is regarding the PLM. So in the next slide, in the next lecture we will discuss the different technologies involved in a product design. Thank you.